Welcome to Ideal Ego Pokemon, Rekka here, and I will go straight now into the remaining 4 open Ultra League battles for Season 7 and the current rank being at Sweet 16. So now I got paired up with Nandea55 and he starts off the battle with Lucario, which is obviously a fighter, so I immediately swapped into my Lugia. Although Heatran is already half health before I did the said thing, so I'm already getting beat at the very start it seemed. So then I tried to get to a Sky Attack, and I let that Shadow Ball go through, which also really hurts a lot, because I don't want to shield and seeing a power-up punch, because Lucario is famous for that move. So I then charge up for a Sky Attack, which will do neutral damage, and he does decide to shield, but then in comes another charge attack and I shield it this time, and luckily that wasn't a power-up punch bait, thank god. So after that second Shadow Ball, he decided to swap into Cresselia, even a shiny one at that, and I launched a Sky Attack, but wow, that was it. That tank is really hard to take down, so maybe next time I'll consider the special move Aero Blast, but I have to power up that Lugia once again, because I do have one with the Aero Blast special move, but don't have enough candies now for 2 Lugia in the Ultra League. But anyway, I did get the second shield there before I swapped back into Heatran to absorb a Grass Knot move, inflicting decent damage to that Cresselia with Stone Edge, even if the move doesn't get the same type attack bonus. So he then responds back with his Lucario, but when I did get my Lugia back, I was able to farm him down, but not quite enough to launch one more Sky Attack on that Snorlax. So I'm now down to my Vaporeon, but too bad he is not powerful enough to take on both Snorlax and Cresselia, which, when it came back here, I have it for now. Snorlax using that superpower, and Vaporeon is going for that Aqua Tail to take it out, and Cresselia come back, which had stored energy to finish off my Vaporeon. So that brings another loss for me, and it's a good game right there to my opponent. On to the next battle. Okay, so I was paired with Trainer Fluo JN, and he starts this second battle with a Hariyama. And it seems that's another fighter lead for my Lugia to go after as I make the switch, but now he responds by sending out his Aggron. Not looking too good for me because it resists my Sky Attack, but it's a good thing that he shielded my first one, because he might have anticipated a different charge move, which he should have, so I just shielded whatever move he has because it's the right thing to do. But as I have switched back to my Heatran, it got hit by a Thunder quite painfully, but now here comes a Stone Edge attack, and I almost took down that Aggron. So okay, the Thunder comes back in, deals a lot of damage, and now okay, here goes the Stone Edge, leaving Aggron at 1 HP and taking it out. Because it went unshielded, and now Hariyama comes back, defeats my Heatran, then Lugia comes back out, and then the opponent switches out his last Pokemon, which is a Pyroar, and it's a Fire type. So my Lugia is launching that Sky Attack. I get the last shield. And if you think that I'll win this match, then yes, you are correct, because that's exactly what Vaporeon is for in this team. So the battle ended with Lugia later, and now Vaporeon. Aqua Tails at Pyroar, and he faints. So now Hariyama comes back, get the superpower on, and Vaporeon deals a lot of damage, gets hit with a lot of damage, and out comes the superpower from Hariyama that because it used the move twice, it got the attack and defense lowered twice. So yeah, that's a double attack drop and defense drop. And now the battle ended with Lugia laughing at that very weak superpower attack and mercilessly ended that Hariyama's life with Sky Attack, because it had 3 defense drops and 3 attack drops as well. So well played to my opponent, as I take the win there. Now going on to the third battle, which I got paired with. I got paired with this trainer named El Coco 1000. Nice name, by the way. And he leads the fight with no hesitation. His Shiny Empoleon, which is still all bad for my Heatran because it's going to smash me with waterfall attacks. So I went with my Vaporeon to hopefully fight water with water, but too bad. He switches into his Alolan Muck, which again really looks bad for me because Lugia will then have to face that Empoleon, but now I'm gonna take on neutral Dark Pulse attacks, and it's still gonna hurt my Vaporeon. So moving on with my Aqua Tail charge move, it will also deal neutral damage to the Muck. I only get 1 shield, and then of course he gets off another Dark Pulse. And I will have to use my second shield now because I have to preserve Vaporeon's health for Empoleon later. But okay, out comes Cresselia now, which is a very good choice for this league as well because of very high defensive stats, and hitting my Lugia with the Moonblast. And now out comes my Sky Attack. Okay, charging up real quick to almost 2 Sky Attacks, but obviously it's not gonna chunk that much health to the opposing Cresselia. And of course that Moonblast gets a secondary effect, which is my Lugia's attack resulting to drop 1 stage, so therefore my Sky Attack, it's not even enough damage to get that Cresselia on the yellow health. So I swap back to Vaporeon, launching this Aqua Tail, getting off some health once again to Cresselia. But now I really think, okay, this Moonblast will almost take me out. Okay, my Vaporeon's now fainted because the Cresselia took it out. So then out comes my Lugia again for a neutral damage Sky Attack, but it won't do that much because Cresselia has that much bulk. Yeah, both the HP stat and defense, special defense as well. And the Moonblast, okay, Lugia also tanks that because, well, that's Lugia. It's a very defensive Pokemon. Very defensive, and yet Lugia now launches Sky Attack to the Empoleon, which will do resisted damage. So I'm already in this losing state again because that Empoleon will just waterfall down my Heatran, and Hydro Cannon takes it out. So yeah, Lugia then faints, and that's a good game to my opponent. That's another well played fight, and now going on to the fourth and final battle. I was paired with Maguire 808, and he starts off the battle with Hariyama. And despite all the possible lead options in Ultra League, I was met with Hariyama twice in this set, so that was some very unlikely probability there. But anyway, I swap now with my favorite legendary Pokemon against fighting types. But then now he switched into Houndoom, faced against my Lugia, which is not a good choice for him because Houndoom's crunch attack will really hurt my Lugia. So getting off the Sky Attack, back-to-back Sky Attacks to burn both of my opponent's shields, and it seems now my shields are also out because of those crunches. But thankfully I got to my third Sky Attack, and it was just enough damage to take out the Houndoom. So now Hariyama comes back, and I instantly swapped into my Vaporeon to flex because, well, Lugia can already take out Hariyama, but you know, I wanted to get the switch going. But I've met here with a Sceptile, which is really bad because I should have just stayed with Lugia. So now my Aqua Tail really do very low damage in that Sceptile. But of course I knew that Sceptile has Earthquake, so yes, it will one-shot my Heatran there. Although it's not always Earthquake because I've seen other Sceptile with Dragon Claw or Aerial Ace as the secondary charge move. So 1 out of 3 chance that my opponent picks Earthquake, and he does. So sadly my Heatran went down, but now it's all up to my Lugia. Okay, I Dragon Tail down the Sceptile, but I was met with his Hariyama with loaded energy. Okay, that was a Dynamic Punch, that was double resisted, and if that was a heavy slam, I would have lost this fight. And also I've noticed that his Hariyama is only 2236 CP, not fully maxed out, so good thing because of that CP difference I was able to win that match. So also that was a misplay on my part because of that switch, which I really should have stayed with Lugia earlier. But yes, amazing fights to the trainers that I fought that time. So if you like this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up, and maybe subscribe if you want to see more battles and discussion videos. Thank you guys, and good luck if you're battling as well.